Hi, my name is Nikki, and we are about to do a quick kettlebell workout together. We will start out with a warm-up, focusing only on body weight, and then we'll go into our workout, which has just a handful of movements that will use various kettlebells. If you only have one kettlebell, that is totally fine. You can use it for every single exercise that we do. You just may want to complete a few extra reps or maybe a few extra rounds. But like I said, we will start out with body weight. So find a comfortable space, bring your feet just a little wider than shoulder width, and we will start with body weight squats. So pull that belly into the spine, sink the hips back and down, and come up. For the warm up, you do not have to go super, super low or squat to depth. You just want to get your body moving, and you can have time for that later. So we're going to do 10 for almost every movement. All right, one more, and then we're going to transition into good morning. So what I want you to do, maybe a little bit narrower stance, still keeping that belly into the spine, roll the shoulders back. We're going to hinge at the hips, sending the glutes back to about a flat back, but you can definitely feel that tension in your hamstrings coming up, squeezing the glutes. Same thing here for about 10. And I want you to remember the feeling in your legs, because we're gonna revisit this weighted. And this one is really easy to mess up or slack off on. So we wanna focus on our form before we weight it. We got 2 more here. All right, you guys can keep facing this way. We're gonna do a little inchworm. So inhale, bring the arms up overhead, exhale, fold down, walk the hands out to a plank, hold it for a second, and walk back up. We won't do 10 of these, we'll do about 8. And the first 4 are gonna be normal. The second 4 will have a little support. So last one, normal. And on that plank, I want you to focus on pressing away from the floor, pulling your belly away from the floor. So keep it going. On this plank, hold that. You can either stay up on your toes or drop down to your knees. Just give me one push-up. Pop back up to that plank and walk it back in. So just like that, 3 more. And 2 more. Last one. All right, taking it all the way down to the floor now for our last exercise in our warm-up. Just body weight, glute bridges. So we're gonna keep our heels close to the body to where you can almost touch them. We're gonna lift the hips to the top, squeezing the glutes at the top, and lowering down for 10. Now you don't have to lift super high up and press the hips towards the ceiling. You just wanna lift and squeeze the glutes until you can feel the activation. We got 3 more here. All right. And bring it up. Now we're gonna go into our workout. So like I said, we have heavy, medium, and light. And at any point, if you need to change out your dumbbell or kettlebells, or like I said, if you only have one, that's fine. Make it whatever you need. So we're gonna start out with either medium or heavy. And so we'll do a goblet squat and a deadlift. So a goblet squat, you're just gonna hold the kettlebell at your chest, and I'll turn to the side so you guys can see me. And just like we practiced in our warm-up, we're gonna send the hips back and down, squeezing the spine, belly to spine, standing, squeezing the glutes. So we'll be there for 10. And then with our heavier, if you have it, we'll go into that deadlift. Just like we did our good mornings, belly to the spine, shoulders back, hinging at the hips, pressing the hips back, and coming up, squeezing the glutes. So we'll run through both of those 10 times each, 3 times. And then we'll switch on to our next one. So starting with that goblet squat, keeping those feet shoulder width or a little wider. Take it down for 10. Remembering pulling that belly to the spine. Lately, I've been into making every exercise a core exercise so that I can do less core exercises. So you can do that today throughout everything that we do. All right, 2 more, keeping that great form. All right, if you need to switch out your kettlebell, go for it. Going right into those 10 deadlifts, hinging those hips back, pulling up, squeezing the glutes. Think of closing a car door with your butt. And again, still keeping that belly right attached to the spine. You've heard me say it a million times, but sometimes you can still forget. And don't forget to keep those shoulders back. Don't let them slouch forward and round out your back. Keeping an upright posture almost as if you're puffing out your chest. Last one here. All right, take a second. Grab some water, catch your breath, and we'll go through both of those again. All right, going into that goblet squat. 10 here. Now that you've got the hang of it, maybe making them a little bit more consistent in pace. And now that you know how many rounds we're doing, that might have had you adjust your kettlebell weight. That is okay. Last one. And they're over before you know it. All right, back to that deadlift. Shoulders back, belly in. And like I said, we want to focus on our form because we are adding weight, and this isn't even the only time we will be doing our deadlift today. So still using this as practice for form. All right, one more. And place it down. Final round of those, and then we are done. And something I really enjoy doing when I have multiple kettlebells or multiple pieces of equipment, if I'm done with it, I love moving it out of the way. So after this round, if you want to do that, go for it. It's like checking off a box for me. All right, final 10 goblet squats. And think about squeezing those glutes as you stand. Keeping that belly pulled into the spine. You guys will be able to cue that by the end of this video. 3 more. And 1. All right. Last set of these deadlifts. 410 here. Making these your best ones. Keeping those shoulders back, hips pressing back. Halfway. Final 3. You'll get a little bit longer of a rest here after these. Last one. And we are done with the heavy kettlebell. I'll put it here. All right, so catch your breath, grab some water. We're gonna go into our next 3 exercises, focusing on the medium kettlebell. You can reach for the heavy one if you're feeling it, or of course, like I said, if you only have one, just use that one. So we are gonna use, and our light one. We are gonna use our light one first, doing alternating lunges. So we're gonna step back, bend both knees to 90 degrees, overhead press, bicep coming to the ear, bring it down and up. And like I said, we'll alternate our legs there. And then we'll grab our medium for another squat, but not a goblet squat. We'll come out nice and wide for a sumo squat, bringing those glutes low. And as we stand, bring it to an upright row. So we'll do that for 10. And then our last one, again, you can use medium or heavy. I do recommend heavy. We'll go into my favorite kettlebell workout ever, kettlebell swings. So just like that deadlift, we're hinging and we're gonna use our hips to send the kettlebell forward. We're not hoisting it up with our arms. So go ahead and grab that light one. Starting with our alternating lunges, we'll do 8 on each leg. So step it back, find 90 degrees, press it up. Switching arms. And definitely find that stability before you try to lift your arm overhead. And if you still feel a little unstable, you can always take out that bend in that back leg and just focus on that front one. You can also do this body weight without the kettlebell. This is for whatever you need today. All right, almost done with this. One more each leg. Even here, I want that belly pulled towards the spine. All right, place that weight down. Grabbing that middle one for our sumo squat to upright row. So nice wide feet. Down and up. Bringing that kettlebell up to your chest. And on this one, I want you to be careful not to lean over. I want you to point those glutes straight down, standing straight up. And if you're like me and you have a little bit of a dance background, you might be tempted to turn your feet all the way out. You do not have to do that. Just a little bit angled. All right, final 2 here. And however you're feeling, you can choose your kettlebell for these kettlebell swings. I'm gonna stick with my medium. So hinging at the hips, shooting that kettlebell forward. And you squeeze those glutes at the top. Bringing the kettlebell about shoulder height. And if we do a few extra reps here, it'll be fine. I think we have 2 more. All right. And we are done with that circuit for the first round. We got the 2 more. So catch your breath. That one went by super fast. Feel free to grab that light kettlebell and we will begin. Alternating lunges. Finding that stability, press overhead, switch sides. All right, keep it moving. Slow it down if you need to. Speed it up if you want a little bit more of a HIIT workout, but of course, be careful lifting weights up overhead. We are halfway. These are the ones that take the longest. And if at any point you want to switch it up and make it into something that you enjoy a little bit more, like maybe you do them all on one side before switching to the other side, that is totally fine. This is just as guidance for you. All right, give me one more each side. Whew. All right, medium kettlebell, goblet squat to upright row for 10. And you guys know those form cues by now, but I just want to remind you, keep those glutes back and down, squeezing them as you stand. Drawing this kettlebell like a line up your chest and then right back down. Halfway. Two more. You are probably feeling it by now. I am too. All right, choose your kettlebell, either medium or heavy. Second set of kettlebell swings. Here we go for 10. Even here, as we are moving, we are focusing on keeping that belly to the spine. 4 more. All right. Catch your breath. We have that one more time. As you're catching your breath, like I said, we have one more round of that, and then we're gonna do 2 core exercises, then we will cool it down. So grab that light one, and we will go into our step lunges for 8 on each side. At whatever pace you need, or keeping it on one side if you want to. As I start to get tired in my workouts, I tend to want to speed my way through it, and I'm learning that you're gonna get the most effects by slowing it down. And that's a practice. So if you are there, I feel you. Some of you may be masters of slowing it down, yoga enthusiasts. I admire that. All right, 3 more each leg. You can even pinpoint a spot on the wall. Stare it down until you're done. Two more each leg. That's the mental battle with unilateral movements. They take longer. All right, last one. Awesome. Place that light kettlebell down. Grab that medium or heavy. Sumo squat to upright row for 10. 8 more. Keeping our perfect form. Halfway. This is the time when you get to dig deep. You're alone with your thoughts. You're alone with your sweating and heavy breathing. So you get to remember your why. What brought you here? What brought you to working out? And it powers me through. All right, give me one more. And last set of kettlebell swings. We're gonna get them over with for 10. Hinge at those hips, explode forward. Five more. 2 more. All right. Now we are done with our medium and our heavy weights. 2 exercises. One is gonna use that light kettlebell, but we're gonna be seated so you can catch your breath. So we are gonna grab the little kettlebell, or you can do this unweighted. You have a few options here. You can keep your heels on the floor, or you can lift your feet off the ground. But we're just gonna do some Russian twists, bringing the kettlebell to the side and then to the other side. And we'll do 10 each side, so go ahead and begin. You don't want to use momentum to swing yourself to the other side. You don't even have to reach very far to the side. We're targeting our core and our obliques. 4 more each side. 2 more. All right, place it down. Second movement of our core circuit. I'm sure most of you are familiar with it. We're gonna go into a core or plank, and we're just gonna hold it for about 15 seconds because we're gonna do it 3 times. Now you have the option here to stay on your knees, but make sure you are pressing away from the floor, pulling your belly button towards your spine and far, far away from the floor. If you want that extra step, you can lift those knees up off the mat or floor, and we'll go ahead and begin our count here for 15 seconds. Breathing through it. You're tired by this point, so maybe take your attention to different things that you can control. Pressing away, pulling the belly, and bring it down. Super quick. All right, back to those Russian twists. 20 total, 10 each side. Remember your options. Heels can stay on the ground. Heels can be lifted. You can do them without your kettlebell, with your feet on the ground or lifted. 3 more each side. All right, back to that plank. 15 seconds, take it up. Keep breathing. You are 5 seconds away. 3, 2. All right, bring it down. Final round, and then we are cooling it down. So grab that kettlebell, and we're gonna make it through. Halfway, keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. All right, last little bit of this plank. 15 seconds, knees or toes. Pop it up. Here we go. And in this plank, it can be your victory plank because you have made it through that workout. You're tired, you're sweaty, but you made it. 3, 2, drop to those knees. We're just gonna inhale, arch the back. Exhale round, get that breathing just a little bit more normal. And we can sit onto our heels. Pull one arm across the body. Other arm across the body. Getting that breathing down, back to normal. We're gonna come up, bring one foot forward into a lunge. Stretching out our hip flexors here. Keeping our knee stacked right on top of the ankle. And switch legs. You can feel free to repeat any of these stretches at a slower pace or just more for a longer time. But like I said, you guys did a lot of work. You should be proud. So go ahead, grab one foot, knees together. You can hold onto a wall if you need to. Again, press the hips forward here. My bar is coming out here. Ballet bar. All right, other foot. After this, you'll be all done. Grab some water. Awesome. Thank you guys for working out with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day.